General Hospital spoilers. Kai paralyzed after failed surgery. Trina confirms pregnancy. A new era of tragedy and hope. Port Charles has seen its fair share of heartbreak, betrayal, and jaw-dropping miracles. But what's coming next will forever alter the lives of two young souls at the heart of it all. According to explosive General Hospital spoilers, the aftermath of Kai's tragic accident will spiral far beyond anyone's imagination, leading to shocking medical news, a devastating diagnosis, and a stunning pregnancy revelation from Trina Robinson that could bind, or break, them both forever. It all began with a day meant to celebrate, a fundraiser organized at the Jerome Gallery, with Trina proudly curating a new exhibit meant to honor Port Charles's resilience through art. Kai, desperate to prove himself after months of feeling like an outsider in Trina's tight-knit world, decided to go above and beyond. But tragedy struck when Kai attempted to rescue a child from a dangerously unsteady scaffold, only for the structure to collapse, sending both Kai and the child crashing to the floor below. Paramedics rushed the scene, chaos reigning. Trina screamed for help as blood pooled around Kai's head. Curtis Ashford, drawing on his past emergency training, stabilized Kai until the EMTs arrived. It was touch and go every step of the way. The town collectively held its breath as Kai was rushed to GH. At General Hospital, the news wasn't good. Dr. Griffin Monroe, making a surprise return to town, was called in for a high-risk emergency surgery to repair the extensive spinal damage Kai suffered. Jordan Ashford paced the waiting area, while Ava Jerome, racked with guilt over the faulty setup at her gallery, offered Trina tearful apologies. But Trina, focused only on Kai's survival, barely heard her. After an agonizing 8-hour surgery, Griffin delivered the news that shattered the room. Kai had survived, but the damage to his spinal cord was irreversible. "Kai is paralyzed," Griffin whispered, his voice thick with regret. From the waist down. The words hit Trina like a punch to the gut. Her knees buckled. Curtis caught her before she could collapse, but nothing could shield her from the onslaught of grief, guilt, and terror for the man she had grown to love so deeply. When Kai finally opened his eyes days later, Trina was right there, holding his hand, tears streaming down her face. He tried to move, tried to sit up, and then the horrifying realization dawned on him. He couldn't feel his legs.
No.
"No, no, no," he shouted, yanking at the four in panic. Machines beeped wildly as nurses rushed in to sedate him. Later, in a heartbreaking scene, Kai refused to see anyone. He shut out even Trina, his anger and despair creating a wall she couldn't penetrate. "I'm broken, Trina," Kai sobbed during one painful confrontation. "I don't want you chained to someone who'll never walk again." Trina, who had spent sleepless nights by his side, refused to let him push her away. But deep down, she knew there was something else she had to tell him, something that would change everything. Only days before the accident, Trina had taken a pregnancy test after feeling off for weeks. The pink line appeared instantly. Positive. Shock.
Fear. Joy.
And then fear again. Trina hadn't had a chance to tell Kai amidst the chaos that followed, but now, as she sat outside his hospital room clutching the test in her purse, the truth burned inside her like a living thing. She was carrying Kai's child. Their future was more uncertain than ever. Could Kai handle this news when he could barely handle his new reality? Was it selfish to bring a baby into a life now overshadowed by tragedy? Conflicted and terrified, Trina turned to her closest friends, Jocelyn Jacks and Spencer Cassadine. Over coffee at Kelly's, Joss and Spencer became unexpected voices of hope. "Tell him," Joss insisted, squeezing Trina's hand. "He deserves to know. And you're not alone. You've got us. You've got your family." Spencer, ever the wild card, added with uncharacteristic seriousness, "Kai might think he's lost everything. But finding out he's going to be a father? That could save him, Trina. Don't underestimate how powerful hope can be." Still unsure, Trina finally realized that she had to trust Kai. Their love had survived so much. Maybe it could survive this too. Later that night, Trina slipped quietly into Kai's hospital room. He was staring blankly out the window, his face drawn and tired, the wheelchair parked ominously by his bed. She sat beside him and placed his hand over her stomach. "Kai," she whispered, voice trembling, "you're not broken. You're needed. You're loved. And you're going to be a father." Silence. For a long, terrible moment, Kai didn't react. Then tears slid down his cheeks. His hands trembled as he cradled her stomach. "A father," he croaked. Trina nodded, unable to speak past the lump in her throat. And in that instant, something inside Kai shifted. Hope flickered where there had only been despair. But the road ahead will not be easy. Spoilers hint that Kai will spiral between hope and despair, struggling with guilt and fear of being an inadequate father. Scenes ahead will see him lashing out again, pushing Trina away to free her from a life of caretaking and sacrifices. Meanwhile, Trina will face pressure from all sides. Portia Robinson, horrified that her daughter is now tethered to a hopeless situation, will demand she reconsider raising the baby alone. Curtis, torn between wanting to protect Trina and respecting her independence, will struggle to find the right way to support her. To complicate matters further, rumors tease that Spencer Cassadine, still nursing feelings for Trina, might confess his lingering love at the worst possible moment, throwing everything into chaos. Despite the overwhelming odds, not everyone believes Kai's fate is sealed. Spoilers reveal that Dr. Griffin Monroe will continue to explore experimental therapies, including a controversial stem cell treatment currently under trial overseas. The window is slim. The risks are astronomical. But Griffin will propose a daring plan. A second surgery combined with the therapy could possibly restore partial mobility. Trina, determined to fight for Kai's future, will rally friends and family to raise the astronomical funds needed. Expect emotional scenes as Port Charles comes together, with Ava organizing a gala and Sonny Corinthos quietly writing a check big enough to fund half the procedure. But just when it seems like hope is on the horizon, tragedy will strike again. According to bombshell spoilers, someone close to Trina will betray her trust in a shocking way. Jocelyn will discover a secret. Someone sabotaged the original scaffold at the gallery, and the culprit isn't a stranger. Early theories suggest Esme Prince, desperate to destroy Trina's happiness, might be involved. But others whisper that it's someone much closer, someone Trina would never suspect. The betrayal will rip open old wounds, leaving Trina questioning everything, just as she prepares to bring new life into the world. Fast forward several months. Trina goes into labor on a stormy night, with Kai still battling rehab, surgery, and self-doubt. In a scene destined to become an iconic GH moment, Kai, still confined to his wheelchair, wheels himself into the delivery room just as Trina gives a final push, and their daughter lets out a fierce, healthy cry. Tears streaming down his face, Kai reaches out trembling hands as the nurse places the newborn in his arms. In that moment, every fear, every doubt, every ounce of despair dissolves into pure, overwhelming love. "She's perfect," Kai sobs, pressing a kiss to the baby's forehead. "You're perfect, Trina. You both saved me." General Hospital spoilers hint that Kai's recovery journey will continue to be filled with setbacks and triumphs. Trina will fiercely defend their new family from those who doubt them, while Portia and Curtis slowly come to accept that love isn't always perfect, but it's powerful enough to heal even the deepest wounds. Meanwhile, trouble is brewing in the shadows. A custody battle could be looming. Old enemies might still lurk, targeting Kai and Trina's hard-won happiness. But for now, against all odds, a new family has been born. And Port Charles will never be the same again.